Heya, what's poppin'? It's your girl Wolfie, and today we're gonna talk about Gunsword. That's right, motherfuckers. Gunbreaker, the myth, the legend, the class that is not designed for the weak-willed. You want to feel strong and powerful? Gunsword. You want to be a tank and contribute something whilst also doing some damage? Gunsword. Are you wanting to be busy and feel an adrenaline rush every 60 seconds until Yoshi P deems 60-second rotations to be unreal and fake news because fuck you and your definition of fun, that's why? Gunsword, baby! That's right. This badass job comes equipped with the edge, the cool, if you will. Ever so often, you'll hear a whisper through the grapevine saying, "My mitigation windows," or "too many weaves." You know what that is? A sign of weakness. These cowards want to be babied as they have been with other tank classes. Well, fuck off then. This isn't for you, homie. Leave my Gunsword alone. It's perfect. Gunbreaker is this elusive class you get by indulging the furries in the roleplayed escapades, but no matter, it was worth it. The storyline in leveling the class is mildly interesting, and I admittedly can't unsee my FC lead's face anytime I think of the story, which is weird because he likes to go fishing. Hey Fen, you want to go on an achievement run with me at some vague point in the future involving catching fish? It's been a minute and I could use the achievements.
Fishing achievement, huh? You want a fishing achievement? You want a fishing achievement?
Yeah.
Sure. You're just gonna have to wait for me to catch Stephacanthus.
I bet. So when will that be?
What patch is it?
I don't know, like 6.1?
Yeah, give me until 6.4.
Anyways, gunbreakers are cool. It's the only tank job that can sate my inner desire to press buttons with a healthy amount of skill ceiling and floor. Like all tanks, it has an invulnerability, which has this feature where you take 0 damage from the mobs, like Paladin, except that you kinda need to shoot yourself in the foot, which naturally takes you down to 1 HP. Your healers will most likely panic and heal you to full so you can sit there and bask in the invulnerability for a bit. It's pretty neat until you run out of toes. But you know what they say, if you're a strong-willed being, why stop at the toes? Why not go for extra appendages like, why not go for your third leg? If you don't, Yoshi P will when your class gets adjusted. No, wait. It was a prank. Yoshi P, please. Anyways, Gunbreaker does things like any other tank, like eat tank busters, but that's not real and not a reason why anyone plays at a class, right? You get more Spender at level 88 and you get to press double down, which is just a big damage button that fuels your happy chemicals in the brain. Hehe, damage. Also, you can support your hedonistic teammates who take unnecessary damage if you feel so inclined, but I honestly just pretend that I can't do that unless I'm off tanking. At most, I might toss out the funny little mitigation Heart of Light and treat it as a mini Samba when the reprisal is on cooldown or something at best. You're welcome. Remember when Gnashing Fang was actually inferior to Burst Strike for a second? Yeah, me either. And if you do, you're dead to me. Whenever I play Gunbreaker, the first thing I want to do is enter the Gunbreaker zone, which is obviously the only and superior way to play the class. Pop in that no Mercy, dropping the dots, weaving Gnashing Fang, and the extra damage button is an ecstasy only the powerful can experience. Yeah, No Mercy does end up dropping before you can fully complete your combo, especially if you're insane enough to save your cartridges for the next burst window. Which only makes me ask the all-important question, why? That being said, after seeing Ninja, Samurai, and Dancer changes, it's fine. Anyways, with the promise of the Gunbreaker zone, satisfying animations, and speed, I can't help but be attracted to this class. Wait a minute, your in-game name is Golden Wolf, and there's a whole set from Garo for Paladin that is named that. Why aren't you talking about how great Paladin is? In fact, I checked your FF logs, it seems you've been busy playing Paladin in Savage content this tier, and not Gunbreaker. A little sussy amogus if you ask me if you like Gunbreaker so much. Silence, you filthy roach. If you keep talking, maybe it'll be you that I double down on next. So where were we? Gunbreaker is a busy class, a very fun one if, like me, you enjoy having things to do beyond counting to 3. And by that, I mean counting to 3 but with extra steps. Let's look at some of the major class-specific concepts and dive right in. Basically, remember that No Mercy is not a mitigation tool, it's actually a damage buff. Arm's Length is a mitigation, and Self-Healing is just future mitigation. Cartridges. This is the Gunbreaker gauge, and the main thing you will focus on while playing Gunbreaker. Your main goal is to not overcap on cartridges before your next combo. Also, to not overcap on cartridges before Bloodfest, which is of course your free prescription refill to do more damage. Or, when you're just getting started, is your Viagra for Gunbreakers to give you what you need to perform. Look at it this way. If you have 3 cartridges, it is enough for you to use your most massive moves, Double Down costing 2, and your whole Gnashing Fang combo only costing 1 cartridge. Any remaining cartridges you have or gain during the No Mercy window is just for Burst Strikes. Burst Strike is just a single target optimization, while Burst Strike AoE edition is just for AoE optimization. A tank isn't a tank without mitigations though, and yours are included, and not limited to, Heart of Light, Aurora, Camouflage, Heart of Corundum, Rampart, Nebula, Arm's Length, Reprisal, and Super Bolide. Personally, I just combine the lower mitigations together like Rampart and Reprisal, or Camouflage and Arm's Length, to combine their mitigation power to equal 1 Nebula as best as I can. More accurately, Aurora is used when it's not already active, Nebula is used off cooldown, Rampart and Reprisal are a good combo, and Camouflage and Arm's Length are also a good combo. When things are hitting the fan for some reason, I will use Super Bolide as the last resort. If for some reason I die after all my mitigation, I think to myself, it's a healer skill issue. In my previous videos, I talked about this crazy thing called an opener. But for this one, I wanted to be a little bit different this time and simply let you know that no matter the class you are playing, you can simply use all your big moves alongside damage buffs and potentially damage drugs, and you'll be good to go. Now you know why I like Gunbreaker, and maybe you learned a thing or two, maybe not. Either way, I have a long hit list to go through. It seems that weaving is becoming an endangered species, and someone said something about changing Gunbreaker again. And I think I heard through the grapevine something about Astro being changed again, and honestly, I'm about to fucking lose it.